A very good morning, Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, we need to take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. And ZANU PF is looking scared, and they are continuing issuing threats against the president advocate Nelson Chamisa. Remember that President Nelson Chamisa promised to give a resolution about the 2023 elections, and ZANU PF is already scared, and they are throwing tantrums, throwing threats all over. And we need to take a look at the situation at this point in time. And what is at stake right now is the safety of the CIC, the safety of President Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Is the president safe or is not safe? You know, as a citizen in Zimbabwe, everybody is guaranteed for the protection of the law itself. But when you see threats being made against somebody who is so peaceful and who has never harmed anybody, it becomes a problem. And we call the authorities to act decisively against the people who are threatening the life of President Advocate Nelson Chamisa. So this morning, we are coming to expose the shenanigans of ZANU PF, because we cannot keep quiet when these things are happening. We need to talk about these issues so that we raise awareness, and we make sure that our champion-in-chief is safe. This is Snowball Tongogara. He recently got a Toyota Aqua from Sewikno Chivayo for being a Murakashi. And he says calling for protests is a no-go area. He is simply applying to be arrested by our security. We have never heard Nelson Chamisa calling for protests. There is no evidence whatsoever that Nelson Chamisa is calling for protests. That is point number one. But point number two, the constitution is clear about protests. It allows people to demonstrate. It allows people to protest. And if we had a functional judiciary and a functional law enforcement, this guy, Snowball Tongogara, who should be somewhere answering on these threats on advocate. Jaka says, bring it on. Remember, our jails aren't full, and there's only one person who is immune to prosecution. Zimbabwe is progressing very well, and will continue doing so in your absence. This is Jim Kunaka threatening President Advocate Nelson Chamisa for actually wanting to talk to his supporters. Only addressing his supporters in Zimbabwe, it can guarantee that you get arrested and you'll be in for it. These are ZANU PF people sending threats to our president. And for simply saying that he's going to release a special statement, just imagine a special statement is making ZANU PF call for the arrest of Nelson Chamisa. So you'd see that it's said Team Zimbabwe that this is happening. The police should summon Chamisa to explain the meaning of this tweet. So just imagine Team Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, you are no longer even allowed to post anything. And if you post anything, they will say you are supposed to be summoned for something we do not know. The reason for you to be summoned, nobody knows about that reason. Just imagine you have posted a video and you just said warming up for it. Warming up for what? And you are telling the opposition leader to say we have to summon you. So why are you so afraid of Nelson Chamisa? So you'd see that yes, I try to talk about these issues. We need to be in solidarity with our president, because we need to make sure that he is safe. He must be safe. So, you know, this is Chavango saying, I'll always say this. Yes, Nelson Chamisa is my president. That will stand. But I totally disagree with him on his ways of solving issues. Where is he pointing out violence? Nelson Chamisa is not a violent man. He has never even talked about violence. He has never even talked to his supporters to engage in violence. But we hear that these things are happening. So you'd see that this is a problem. This is a problem which is happening. Why is ZANU PF so scared of Nelson Chamisa? Why is ZANU PF making these threats against Nelson Chamisa? So we'll continue to speak about it, we'll continue to talk, we'll continue to expose ZANU PF as it is, without fear or any fear, because we cannot live in a country where you are not allowed to speak, and whenever you have to watch your back, and some people have to threaten you, we have to call you names, and we have to say all sorts of things against you. So this is what is happening. We'll watch to see what is going to happen. And President Nelson Chamisa is expected to deliver a statement today, and we'll be bringing that statement live here on Africa and Beyond. Thank you very much for coming. Let us meet in another broadcast.